Hey guys, welcome back. This is my second week living in a van in sort of inner city Melbourne. I'm actually filming this at the moment in quite an inner city suburb. I won't specify too much about where it is, just in case. But I'll talk about today, what's gotten better, what's gotten worse, just sort of what's changed since the first week. So the first good thing, which is a positive, is those sleepless nights aren't really coming up all that much anymore. I'm sleeping pretty soundly, and to be fair, I am a pretty heavy sleeper. That's definitely true. I also do use these weird sort of meditation beats. They're called binaural beats. I don't know if you've heard of them. There was one night when my battery died completely and I was unable to use them, and it was a very difficult sleep, so I bought a power bank. The power bank charges throughout the day when there's lots of sunlight, and it's a lithium ion battery, which means it holds a bit better than my deep cycle. The deep cycle seems to drain relatively quickly. The fridge really takes it out of it. The fridge seems to consume a fair bit of power. And I tried capping it to the point where it would cut off a bit earlier, but then it would start making the food a bit warm, etc, etc. This week I also tried to get out a bit more. I tried to go out, and I'm sure you people who are used to Melbourne are going to cringe at this, but I went out to the Dandenong Ranges, thinking it was a way to sort of get out of the city and get out to the rural areas, and go camping and just sort of enjoy being away from it all. But if you know the Dandenong Ranges, it's kind of just a little yuppie eastern suburb at this point, to be honest. It's all houses. There's really not any free camping sites available at all. It's either touristy stuff like that massive observation deck, or it's not great. I found one little lookout and I stayed there that night from like 8 PM to 9 PM. Here's a nice little view of that here. So it's a very beautiful little place. And that was nice for that night, but the following morning I had to duck off to the local township to get some stuff, and when I came back there was these two just dodgy looking dudes in this beaten up old station wagon. And they were like blasting crappy 70s music at full volume. And so I sort of tried to stick around there for a little while to see if I could wait them out, but no, they were there for like 6 hours. I came back out a bit later on and they were still hanging around, and I tried waiting them out again and they did end up buggering off, but then they came the following morning. So that was a bit of a shame. It didn't really feel like I was getting out too much. I think in order to get out of the city it requires a good 3-hour drive, which is fine. I'll do that at some point. A couple of issues that came up this week. Unfortunately I didn't film them because I had to react to them quite suddenly. For one, the grey tank filled up to the top, and I hadn't done that before, and all of a sudden the floor starts just flooding, which was a pain. It was annoying too because I was at work and I had my van in their depot when it starts flooding with grey water, and grey water's not poop, it's just detergent and toothpaste and just dishes off stuff. So that was annoying, but I figured out I'm just going to empty it more often. There's no gauge or anything like that, and there's no way that I could accurately install a gauge like that. So I guess I've always got to think about that a bit more now. Whenever I'm in a area that I can get rid of that grey waste, I'll make sure to do that. The other thing is the pump annoyed me again because it blew up. Well, it blew up a little piece of plastic. Here's a little photo of that here. And that was just, I had no idea that could possibly happen, so I've replaced that now with a more sort of firmer plastic, hoping that doesn't happen again. That's pretty much it for problems. I haven't really installed much more yet that I know of. Just sort of hooks and things like that to hang stuff on. Little areas for vegetables and sort of stuff like that. I've been cooking a little bit more. I've got a piece of plywood now that I'm kind of working on to cut out, but I just haven't quite found the time to cut it out. I'm going to try pitch to my work over the course of Christmas if I can use their depot, and if that's the case then maybe I can produce a couple more videos. It'll be just like old times. It's still a little bit tough getting things done, it's still a little bit tough sort of having a place to feel comfortable. But today, and literally today, I've just got a gym membership, and that's why my hair's all wet. I've managed to have a shower there and I'm all clean and nice now, and that was cool. It's nice. It's 24/7. I can go there whenever I like, and that is just a cool thing to have. And I hope that in the following few weeks that I make these videos, that'll be a really, really big improvement, and I do think it will be. It's difficult to know what to fill these videos with. I'm not really a vloggy kind of a dude. I guess I'm just making this more for anybody else considering literally replacing their house with a van. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not... It was funny, I was on Reddit the other day, and there's a little subreddit called Van Dwellers, and some guy made a post saying like, hey guys, just letting you know that if you move to a different country, houses aren't all that expensive, and it's actually quite affordable to live in a house, so you don't have to live in a van after all. And all the comments I expected to be like, what the hell are you doing? This is a suburb for people who want to live in vans. But everyone was like, oh wow, that's interesting, please post more information. And it made me think, how many people are living in vans as just a cool change of pace and, an interesting different lifestyle, and how many people are doing it because they're just financially struggling so much that they can't live in a house. I don't know, maybe it was more of an American thing. I mean, me personally, I'm just experimenting with it, I suppose. I don't really like paying off some landlord's mortgage every month. But also I do plan to travel at some point, so as soon as I hit 10 grand here, I'll begin my travels. At the moment, it's sort of just my loading stage. Like I said, it's a bit weird living in a van in the inner city, and I think it would be much, much more enjoyable way out in the country, which is where I'm eventually going to go. So yeah, I mean, I guess at the moment I haven't got many viewers yet, but if you are considering living in a van and you don't know me, tell me why you want to get into it, and what's got you interested in it. I know a lot of people are doing this as couples, and that's really cute. Just let me know. Yeah, I guess I haven't really got too many updates here. It's sort of similar struggles, similar perks, I suppose. I would say it's become a little bit easier, but there's still been sort of the nice highs and the sort of pretty shitty lows. But at the moment, things aren't too bad. I'll keep you updated.